Hi, I'm John Buckheit. I'm here with Mike Perrone. We have another training minute. What we have here is a prop that simulates a tight, inward opening metal door. Mike has some really great techniques to try and get through these doors when you're by yourself. In previous training minutes, we showed you some techniques where we started quite a distance from the lock and marched the tool down towards the lock when you're by yourself. But Mike has using the design of the Halligan that's going to accomplish that same objective. Mike, you want to give us a lead through what you're going to do?
John. Here what I want to do is, I'm always looking at the stop. If the stop is metal, that's what we're working off of. That's our fulcrum, okay? What we're going to do is, I always want to try, and there usually is a little play, all right? So it's usually easy enough to get my adze in without anybody hitting it, without another firefighter tapping it in for me, all right? If it is tight and I have another firefighter with me, I'm going to have him tap me in to this point, okay? Then I'm going to come down on the tool. Also, if you can't get this in by yourself and there's no one else to hit for you, all right? And you're getting bone bruised trying to get this tool in, what you can do is there's more play at the bottom of the door. You can push the door in at the bottom and work up behind the stop to where you want to be and then come down, put the hurting on the locks, okay? There is a shortcut, okay? If I can't get this in behind here and I'm getting bone bruised trying to do it, I can pick where I want to put the adze and dent the door at that point and then slap my adze in, all right? Once I get it to this point, I want to come down. I'm going to use the adze and it's going to push the door from stop, okay? So I come all the way down and I push the door from stop. Gap in the door does three very important things. First of all, it puts a tremendous hurting on the locks that you're going to wind up forcing conventionally if you can't clear this door. Also, at that point, I look and see what else is holding because this door is going to be bent here. I'm going to see the deadbolt. Usually that's bent. A lot of times that little small throw of the doorknob throw is out of that keeper already, just on gapping. If the door bends back, I have a rim lock on the outside, it bends back, guess what? That rim lock is engaged. That door is bending back because that lock is engaged. I can collapse this tool, slide up to that lock, put a hurting on that. Even if I have someone to hit for me conventionally, I do this first, all right? Because of those three things that it's going to do. If I have nobody with me, or even if somebody's with me and I think this is an easy push-in at this point, keep yourself, when you see that bent deadbolt, a lot of people just at that point want to shoulder that door in because it will go in that way. But you don't want to lose the integrity of the door. There's easier ways to clear it. There's one way, since you're in here with the adze already, you can leave it there and push to the door and clear this out. Or you can lock both adze and point on that stop. Get on the other side of this tool and again, push to the door. I like to just, when I see it's an easy bent deadbolt, I like to just place this behind the stop with my hand and push down. Sometimes it's that easy to clear. If it's a tough clear, the keeper hole for the doorknob lock, that small throw, usually that's vacant, it's come out already. You could take the point, go under the doorknob into the hole of the keeper, of that doorknob keeper. Now you got two options. It's pretty much locked into the jamb. You can push down and get that extra spread, or you can push inward since it's locked in there. All right, I'll do the one, this one's an easy one. I'll just hold it here and push down and clear it. All right, we'll make a tougher one now and show you the different ways to use your chocks and whatever other devices you have to force this door.
So we're going to come back in a moment. We're going to simulate a door that's got more locks, tougher locks on it. We're back now. Mike has changed the hardware in this. Now it simulates a tough inward opening door. Well fortified with some heavy locks, and Mike's going to guide us through with some techniques that he likes and has used that show how you can get it when you're by yourself.
All right, basically what I want to do is I want to gap the door again. That's my first move all the time on a metal jamb, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to gap this, and I'm going to see what's holding, and I'm going to try and improve that. If somebody's with me and it's too tough to go, we're definitely forcing conventional. If I have nobody with me, I'm going to find a way to get through this door using this adze, my chocks, and we'll see. See what happens here. All right? All right. Okay. At this point, I want to see what locks are holding. All right? And I want to try and hold what I gained. All right? So I would take my chock,
So a tough door might have several locks,
Right.
and Mike's looking at it. He's got to figure out which lock maybe has bent and slipped its keeper, and which ones are still holding tight.
Now, if I thought it was just a bent deadbolt and it was an easy clear move, I would use one of those moves that we use just to clear the door. Either that, push in straight, or point into the keeper and down or in, okay? But I tried it, let's say, it's tough, or I just recognize that it's gonna be a tougher lock. I stay with the gap, I hold what I gained, okay? I can tap that in so I don't lose it. If I can get my adz in to the back of the door jamb, great, I'm in, all right? Then I can crush down on it. If it's too tight like that and I can't get there, and I tap this in, what I can do, I got a few moves here. You could do, try and spear the area, the edge of the door. You can even go bevel to jam just to get that edge in. Grab a little bit of it, go to the door, hold what you gained, okay? If it's wide enough and you think you can get on the first shot, bevel to door, absolutely. It's gonna give you more spread, all right? But if it were very tight, I can come in here, I can pop it. Once I get anything past that door, and I can hold it to get more purchase, always retain what you've gained, okay? Pop that in. Could I get my adz to the back of the door? Yeah, I could get the edge of the adz to the back of the door. What I want to do is, a lot of guys have a tendency of wanting to come behind the door, behind the tool and go in towards the door. That's not your power move. Your power move is going to be the downward move here, which is going to push the door away from jam using the edge of the adz. This is going to be your power move. You can also slide that up to another lock. Do it again. When you know you got the locks busted, this is more of a clearing move. I could push in this way to clear it. I could put the point behind, come down or in to clear it. But since I had my adz already back there, I'm just going to push in and clear that pop. All right, clear that lock.
That was great, Mike. You showed how you can use a chalk and march your way closer and closer to those locks and defeat those locks. And also the excellent ways and technique of using the adz specifically when you're by yourself.
There are some companies, John, that actually enhance the adz. They bring it out a little bit with steel, and it's altering the tool basically, but it works great because you're spreading the door further from the stop, holding more of the back of the jamb to get the adz to place behind the jamb.
So they're going to widen that adz?
They widen the adz, but we work within the perimeter of what was given to us. I have a way of widening this. I'm going to show you. We're going to gap it. And remember, the objective is get the adz or the fork to the back of the jamb. Once you're in back of the door, back of the jamb, and holding the back of the jamb, you're basically popping this door. All right, you just have to put torque to the locks. You just have to put a lot of force on the locks.
You want to do it again? You're going to be by yourself, right?
Absolutely. By myself, nobody to hit for me. All right. We're going to come in here, place it in, we crack, we get the gap. Remember, always when you get the gap, see what's holding you, okay? Now, I come back, it's a tough door, I can't clear it easily, okay? I know it's a tough door. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to take the back of my chalk. If I can't grab, oh, by the way, a lot of times a real tough door will only crush and gap in that general area. You don't have room to grab the back of the door sometimes. Take the back of your chalk, hold what you can. The door is metal, it'll bounce back to it. All right, it'll hold that chalk. Now you're holding whatever you gained, and that's what I gained at this point. Now if I had a wider adz, I can crush this past that and get to the back of the door. But I don't have a wider adz, but what I do have is what every firehouse has. It's light as a feather to carry. Every firehouse has cutting board, plastic cutting board. This happens to be a very thick cutting board. Very thin is not going to do you much good. 3/4 of an inch thick. I'll place it next to the door, put my adz on in the same spot, the crushing. As soon as I apply pressure, my chalk comes loose. You want to grab that because you want to be using this, okay? Come down full, and you see what the cutting board is doing for me. Look at the size of the opening between door and jamb now. I'll hold that with the chalk. I don't worry about my cutting board. It wants to fall away, that's fine. Tap that in. Now I can get my adz to the back of the door. Slide up to wherever the locks are tight. And remember, try not to go inward. If it's a tough lock, the best way to go is put a hurting right on a lock using the adz, okay? Once it cracks the lock and you just have to clear it, just clear it out. All right, and there we go. Okay, John.
There's a nice specialty tool that Mike has picked up. Gives him a little more leverage, a little more gap using the adz.
And if you guys could cook, every firehouse has.
Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been another training minute. I'm John Buckheit.
Mike Perrone.
We'll see you next time.